Ever heard the phrase, justice is blind? It's a comforting thought, isn't it? The idea that our legal system is impartial, treating everyone equally, no matter who they are or what they look like. We like to think our legal system treats everyone equally, regardless of looks. But is that really the case? Can we truly say that justice is blind when we know that humans, by nature, have biases? But what if our brains have other plans? Our brains are wired to make quick judgments, often based on superficial characteristics. This is a survival mechanism, but it can lead to unintended biases. What if, without even realizing it, we judge a book by its cover, making snap decisions based on someone's appearance? These unconscious biases can influence our perception of guilt or innocence, especially when the stakes are high. In a courtroom, where the outcome can change lives, these biases can have serious consequences. The pressure and high stakes can amplify our unconscious biases. Turns out our perception of guilt or innocence might be swayed by something as superficial as a face. Shocking, right? Let's dive in and explore how these biases form and what we can do to mitigate them in our pursuit of true justice. In a study, researchers showed participants mugshots of different people. They then asked them to rate each face on trustworthiness and, importantly, likelihood of committing a crime. Here's the kicker. The participants weren't told anything about the people in the photos. The results? Faces deemed untrustworthy were more often considered likely criminals, even without any evidence. This bias towards attractive faces is called the halo effect. It's a cognitive bias where our overall impression of a person influences how we feel and think about their character. Essentially, if someone is attractive, we tend to believe they possess other positive qualities as well. We unconsciously associate good looks with positive traits like honesty and intelligence. This can affect our judgments in various aspects of life, from hiring decisions to social interactions. The halo effect can make us overlook flaws and give undue credit to those who simply look good. This subconscious bias can have real-world consequences. In the courtroom, for instance, the halo effect can influence the decisions of judges and juries. Attractive individuals might be perceived as more trustworthy or less likely to commit a crime, which can lead to biased outcomes. Studies show that attractive defendants are often given lighter sentences and are seen as less likely to re-offend. This can result in a justice system that is skewed in favor of those who are deemed physically appealing, regardless of the actual evidence or severity of the crime. On the flip side, those deemed unattractive might face harsher judgments, reinforcing the idea that they are somehow more likely to be criminals. This bias can lead to unfair treatment and sentencing, further perpetuating stereotypes and inequalities within the legal system. This creates a system where justice isn't blind, but unfortunately, a bit shallow. Recognizing and addressing the halo effect is crucial for ensuring fairness and equality in our judgments and decisions, both inside and outside the courtroom. Section 4. Star power versus average Joe when fame tips the scales. Think about celebrity trials. We often see famous faces getting away with crimes that would land ordinary people behind bars. Is it better lawyers? Maybe. But it's also the halo effect in action. Their fame, wealth, and attractiveness create an aura of innocence, making it harder for juries to see them as capable of wrongdoing. Section 5. Leveling the playing field. Can we unmask justice? So how do we fix this? The justice system ideally should be a bastion of fairness and equality. However, the reality often falls short of this ideal. Bias, both conscious and unconscious, can influence decisions in ways that are subtle yet profound. This raises a critical question. Can we unmask justice and ensure it is truly blind? First, awareness is key. Judges, lawyers, and juries need to understand how unconscious bias can seep into decision-making. Training programs and workshops can help legal professionals recognize and mitigate their biases. This is not just about ticking boxes. It's about fundamentally changing the way justice is administered. Second, we might need to rethink how we present defendants in court. The way a defendant is perceived can significantly impact the outcome of a trial. Factors such as race, gender, and socio-economic status can all play a role in shaping perceptions. Could anonymizing certain details, like appearance, help level the playing field? Imagine a courtroom where the focus is solely on the facts of the case, rather than the appearance or background of the defendant. This could be achieved through measures such as using screens or digital avatars to represent defendants. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, but one thing's for sure. If we want true justice, we need to make sure it's not just a matter of looking the part. True justice requires a system that is constantly evolving, one that is willing to confront its own flaws and strive for genuine fairness. Only then can we hope to unmask justice and ensure it serves everyone equally.